Have you ever wondered why your erection weakens with age, yet a single natural trick can bring it back with surprising strength, even at 80? Most men assume their body runs out of power, but that is not how erections work. Erections depend on three systems that must activate together: nitric oxide release, vascular expansion, and smooth muscle relaxation. When even one of these slows down, the erection fades. And the simple natural trick in this video directly targets all three. What makes this trick so effective is that it acts on the endothelial lining, the thin layer inside your blood vessels responsible for opening arteries and allowing blood to rush into the penis. With age, this lining becomes stiff, inflamed, and slow. But certain natural actions and compounds reactivate it almost instantly, restoring flexibility and blood flow. This trick also boosts nitric oxide, the molecule that controls how fast and how strongly the erection forms. Older men produce far less nitric oxide, which is why even normal desire fails to create a hard, full erection. The natural method described here works because it gives the body the raw material and the stimulus needed to produce nitric oxide quickly and efficiently. Finally, it influences smooth muscle relaxation inside the corpora cavernosa. These muscles control how much blood the penis can hold. When they relax deeply, the erection becomes firm. When they stay tense, the erection is weak. The natural trick helps those muscles release tension, allowing the penis to trap blood and build pressure again. It is simple, cheap, natural, and brutally effective because it works with the biology your body already has, not against it. That is why urologists pay attention to strategies like this. They reactivate systems that age slowed down, but did not destroy. Before we move to the next topic, check if you are already subscribed to the channel. If this explanation makes sense, leave a like so I know you want more videos like this. And comment the word natural so I know you are watching with full focus. Most men think their erection weakens after 60 or 70 because testosterone dropped. But the truth is far more specific. Erections fail because three internal systems slowly collapse, often without any obvious symptoms. And unless you understand this collapse, you cannot reactivate the erection, no matter how strong your desire is. The first system that breaks down is the endothelium, the thin layer inside your blood vessels that releases nitric oxide. In your younger years, this lining responds instantly, opening your arteries wide and fast. But decades of inflammation, stress, poor circulation, and reduced oxygen make these cells stiff and sluggish. When the endothelium stops opening quickly, blood cannot enter the penis with enough force to create pressure. The erection becomes slow, soft, or unstable. The second issue is the decline in smooth muscle relaxation inside the corpora cavernosa. Erections depend on these internal muscles relaxing deeply so the chambers can expand. Age, oxidative stress, and low nitric oxide cause the smooth muscle to stay partially tense. If the chambers cannot fully relax, they cannot trap blood. The result is a weak erection that collapses easily. The third collapse is in microcirculation, the tiny arteries that supply the pelvic region. As you age, they narrow. Not enough to block them, but enough to reduce the speed and volume of blood entering the penis. Erections require a sudden surge of blood, not a slow drip. When flow is slow, the erection cannot form with full rigidity. And yes, hormones play a role, but not in the way most men think. Testosterone may still be present, but the receptors become less sensitive. Your body stops responding to the hormone you already have. These changes happen silently, but they are not permanent. They are functional declines, and functional declines can be reversed. The natural trick from this video works because it targets all three weak points. It boosts nitric oxide, restores endothelial flexibility, improves smooth muscle relaxation, and increases microcirculation. That is why a simple, cheap, natural method can reignite erections that most men thought were gone forever. The natural trick in this video is not magic, and it is not guesswork. It is a simple, biologically targeted action that reactivates nitric oxide production and improves blood flow to the pelvic region, the two foundations of a strong erection. This method works because it combines a natural stimulus and a specific movement pattern that older men rarely use, even though it was extremely common in traditional lifestyles. Together, these two actions trigger the body to release nitric oxide rapidly, relax the smooth muscle inside the corpora cavernosa, and open the arteries that feed the penis. The first part of the trick is a natural nitric oxide booster, something found in common foods but almost completely ignored today. It may be beetroot, arugula, spinach, pomegranate, or other nitrate-rich sources. These foods contain natural compounds that the body converts directly into nitric oxide. For men over 70, this conversion is crucial because the body no longer produces nitric oxide efficiently on its own. The second part of the trick is a brief circulation activation technique. This involves 60 to 90 seconds of slow hip movement, abdominal expansion breathing, or a light standing posture that opens the pelvic arteries. These movements are not exercise, they are vascular activation. They stimulate the lower arteries to dilate and help the nitric oxide from the food circulate faster and more effectively. Together, these two actions create a simple formula: increase nitric oxide availability, deliver that nitric oxide to the pelvis, relax the smooth muscle inside the penis. Restore the ability to trap blood and build pressure, generate a stronger, faster erection. This is why the trick works even at 80. It does not rely on young hormones or perfect cardiovascular health, it works with the biology you still have. A natural input plus a simple circulatory stimulus is often all the body needs to turn the erection mechanism back on. Knowing the trick is not enough, the power comes from how you do it. A strong erection depends on timing, sequence, posture, and the body's morning physiology. When you follow the steps correctly, the effect is fast and noticeable. When you skip them, the response becomes weak or inconsistent. Step 1. Take the nitric oxide boosting food early. Consume the natural source of nitrates, beetroot, arugula, spinach, pomegranate, or another option, in the first hour of the morning. This is when your endothelial cells are most responsive and when nitric oxide conversion happens at the highest efficiency. Raw, blended, or lightly cooked forms work best. Step 2. Pair it with water for faster absorption. Drink a small glass of water right after the food. Hydration improves plasma volume, which helps nitric oxide travel through the bloodstream and reach the pelvic region quickly. Without enough hydration, the effect becomes slower and weaker. Step 3. Activate pelvic circulation for 60 to 90 seconds. Stand upright and perform slow, controlled movements, hip rotations, forward and backward weight shifts, or deep belly breathing. These are not exercises, they are vascular signals. They open the arteries leading to the penis and help the nitric oxide from the food reach the erectile chambers. Step 4. Avoid sitting immediately after. Sitting compresses pelvic blood flow and cancels the vascular benefit you just created. Stay standing or walk slowly for a minute or two to keep circulation high. Step 5. Delay caffeine. Caffeine consumed too early tightens blood vessels and reverses nitric oxide's effect. Wait at least 20 to 30 minutes before drinking coffee. When executed in this exact sequence of food, hydration, activation, movement, delayed caffeine, the natural trick produces a strong biochemical and circulatory response, giving your erection the best possible conditions to return. This is the foundation of a fast, natural, and reliable erection activation routine. When the natural trick starts reactivating your erection pathway, the body responds with specific signals. These signals are not vague, they are real physiological reactions that show nitric oxide is rising, blood vessels are opening, and smooth muscle inside the penis is relaxing again. Understanding these early signs helps you confirm that the process is working exactly as intended. The first sign is a warm, expanding sensation in the lower abdomen or pelvic region. This warmth comes from improved blood flow as nitric oxide begins to circulate. It indicates that the arteries feeding the penis are becoming more flexible and responsive. The second sign is a heavier or fuller feeling in the penis, even without arousal. This happens because the smooth muscle inside the corpora cavernosa is beginning to relax, allowing the chambers to accept and hold more blood. This is one of the strongest early indicators that the erectile tissue is recovering. Over the next few days, you may notice faster erection response. Erections that previously required strong stimulation or took too long to appear start forming more quickly. This reflects better endothelial function and stronger nitric oxide signaling. Another important sign is the return of morning firmness. Even a partial erection upon waking means the internal pressure system is activating again. Many older men have not experienced this in years, so its return is a major milestone. Consistency is also a key marker. Instead of random good days, the body begins producing more predictable and stable responses. This indicates that the natural trick is improving both circulation and muscle relaxation in a sustainable way. These changes show that the erectile mechanism is no longer dormant. It is waking up and responding. Even the strongest natural method can fail if you make one simple mistake in the morning. This mistake quietly blocks nitric oxide, tightens your blood vessels, and prevents the erection pathway from activating, even if you followed every step correctly. The most damaging mistake is taking caffeine too early, especially strong black coffee. For older men, caffeine triggers a sharp cortisol rise. Cortisol constricts blood vessels at the exact moment your body needs them to open. So while the natural trick is trying to increase nitric oxide and expand your arteries, the caffeine pushes them in the opposite direction. The result is a weak or non-existent erection response. The second mistake is eating high-sugar foods right after the trick. Pastries, sugary coffee drinks, white bread, processed cereals, and sweet spreads cause a sudden inflammatory reaction. Inflammation directly harms the endothelial lining, the same tissue that must release nitric oxide for you to get an erection. So you boost your circulation with the natural trick, and sugar shuts it down. Another common error is remaining seated for long periods immediately after doing the method. Sitting restricts pelvic blood flow and reduces the oxygen delivered to the erectile chambers. Your arteries might be open, but the physical position blocks circulation from reaching the penis. Older men are especially sensitive to this effect. Dehydration is another silent disruptor. If your blood is too thick or too low in volume, nitric oxide cannot travel efficiently, and the smooth muscle in the penis does not receive enough oxygen to relax. These mistakes seem harmless, but they create the perfect environment for erectile failure, not because your body lacks the ability to respond, but because the conditions for erection were destroyed before they could develop. Fixing these issues allows the natural trick to work with full power, giving your body the conditions it needs to create a strong, fast erection. The natural trick becomes dramatically more effective when combined with a short routine that prepares your blood vessels, pelvic region, and erectile tissue to respond at full strength. These steps are simple, take very little time, and amplify the effect of the trick so your erection returns faster and stays firmer. Step 1. Perform the natural trick exactly as taught. Use the nitrate-rich food or natural nitric oxide booster first thing in the morning. Pair it with water and avoid caffeine until the effect has taken hold. This ensures your endothelial cells open properly and nitric oxide spreads through your bloodstream without interference. Step 2. Activate your pelvic circulation for 60 to 90 seconds, stay standing and move gently. Slow hip circles, deep belly breathing, and controlled shifts of your weight are enough. This is not exercise. It is vascular activation designed to open the arteries in your lower body. When circulation increases, the nitric oxide produced by the trick reaches the erectile chambers more quickly. Step 3. Support your blood vessels with the right breakfast. After the activation, choose a small, low-sugar, low-inflammatory meal. Healthy fats and clean proteins help maintain vessel flexibility. Avoid sweet foods that irritate the endothelium and undo the progress you just created. These 3 steps, the trick, the activation, and the vessel support, work together to create the ideal internal environment for strong erections. When performed consistently, they rebuild the body's ability to produce pressure, speed, and stability, even for men in their 70s and 80s. This routine is natural, simple, and scientifically aligned with how erections actually form. If you reach the end of this video, it shows you are serious about understanding your body and restoring your erection naturally. Before you go, take a moment to check if you are already subscribed to the channel. This ensures you do not miss the next videos where we continue this process step by step. If you stayed until the final moment, comment the words natural power so I know you are part of the viewers who follow the entire method with full attention. And do not forget to like this video. Your like helps this information reach more men who need clear, science-based guidance. Now go ahead and watch the next video that is appearing on your screen. It continues exactly from where this one stops and gives you the next steps to strengthen your erection even more.